holiday greetings to you from the station RMC. That's me, Presby. Yeah, Pico Boulevard, right here for YOU. Here's my theme.
Storm and rain, you stayed strong. Through the heartaches, you held on. Through the pain, you tried to carry on. Getting for your miracle. You've been praying for your breakthrough. Wondering if the Lord is hearing you. So many times you didn't know what to do, yeah.
Evelyn Turntine Aging, right here at RMC Studios. Hey, blessings to you on this great holiday session right here. It's a great day for us. Let me give you a groove like this to make you want to move. Here's Rance on the station, RMC America. Chris is my main guy right now. Johnny Morris, Mr. Hudson. Arthur Fuller is here. Stay tuned. We'll talk to Arthur in a minute. I've got much more for YOU.
I get joy when I think about what he's done for me. Yeah. I get joy when I think about, oh yeah, what he's done for me. I get joy, oh, when I think about what he's done for me. Listen to this. He saved me. He saved me. He changed me. He changed me. He healed me. He healed me. He filled me. He filled me. Yeah, that's what he's done for me. Now I get happy when I think about, yeah, what he's done for me. Oh, I get happy when I think about, oh yeah, what he's done for me. I get happy when I think about what he's done for me. He saved me. He saved me. He changed me. He changed me. He healed me. He healed me. He filled me. He filled me. He blessed me. He blessed me. He kept me. He kept me. Fed me. He fed me. Then the Lord led me. He led me. Oh, that's what he's done. He's done for me. Come on, Tom, sing that. I wanna tell it. His word is done for me. He loosed my shackles, and he set me free. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. This praise inside, I give it all to thee. Yeah, yeah. Joy, bubbling in my soul. Oh, joy, yeah, bubbling in my soul. Joy, yes sir, bubbling in my soul. It's in my soul. Yeah, bubbling in my soul. It's in my hand. Yes sir, bubbling in my soul. It's in my feet. Yes sir, bubbling in my soul. It's even in my hips. Yeah, bubbling in my soul. Moving all over me. Yeah, bubbling in my soul. Yes, sir.
Presgram, where you're much better with me on than off. Tell all your friends with the missing of net not listening right here, right across from Pico Boulevard. I want you to know it's a blessing for YOU on this beautiful holiday weekend. I've got much love, much joy. I got one of my neighbors and one of the best detailed men on the planet. I mean, if you've got a truck, if you've got a motorcycle, if you've got two mules and a wagon, this brother here can make your automobile look super, super, super great. Mr. Robert Motley III is here. And Rob, I'm going to say good afternoon, man, and welcome to Presgram on Pico.
It's a privilege being here.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine.
Oh, you got a deep breath now?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Positive. Positive. A little nervous, but.
How long have you been in the detail business, man?
I've been in the detail business for 30 years.
Wow, really?
Yes, sir.
No kidding.
Yes.
Well, I can say one thing here, man. My Roadster, you did such a great job on my Roadster. It's unbelievable. Now, what kind of vehicles do you take care of?
I take care of all makes and models, from Porsches to Lamborghinis to all makes.
Really?
Trucks, motorcycles.
Wow. Motorcycles, too?
Yes, sir.
What about big rig diesels?
I could do them, but it costs.
Is that?
I could do them, but they cost.
Man, listen, I mean, I'm so impressed with your abilities to handle any surface. I mean, mine had a few scrapes and bruises, and you took that Roadster and you made it like it was showroom, from rims, tires, the whole works. Where'd you learn that from?
Well, when I was young, about 10 years old, back in the days, you know how our uncles and the families would take us and teach us their business?
Yeah.
Well, that's what my uncle did for us.
Really?
Yes, sir. Uncle and my father. My father taught me janitorial. My uncle taught me detailing.
So you got it all the way around well-versed.
Yes, sir.
Listen, for people that needs their vehicles detailed and they need that special showroom touch, what's the phone number they can reach you at, or how can they reach you?
They can reach me at area code 323-702-0177.
You must like yourself on TV.
Yeah, I didn't think I looked that nice on TV.
Odell, for you and Rob in the neighborhood, man. Blessings to you guys. So now, if they call you, they need an appointment or what?
Yes, I move by appointments only.
Okay.
I come to your work or home.
Really? So
At your
you're mobile
convenience.
then?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Now, does it cost any extra to be mobile?
No, it doesn't really cost any more to be mobile.
And your rates are pretty much reasonable?
Oh, my rates are very reasonable.
Really?
Yes, they
You
are.
want to share some information?
Sure. A full wash would cost you $25, and most detailers would charge you to dress the tires or do other little special things like dress the inside. In that $25 RAM, everything comes with it. The wash, the rims, the dressing, wiping out the insides, also wiping the jams down. That means the door jams, trunk, and inner fenders.
Really?
That's on the wash.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And what's on the wax?
Wax, we usually clay, wash and clay it, and then put a nice hand wax on it. And we still do the same things for the rims. Then this is just the outside, the exterior part that we're talking about now. We do the trunk and put a nice coat of wax on.
And all of this is for a reasonable rate, I suppose, huh?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Yeah, I think even
The
Chris wants one, huh?
exterior only is $75
Okay.
and up. And when I say up, I'm talking about SUVs, trucks, or a little extra.
Wow. That's incredible, man.
Thank you.
Now, does any day you handle it every day, or are you off any certain day?
Yes. Basically, I run Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday, I'm on my
Is that
other
right?
job. Yes.
Mr. Robert Motley of R&J Mobile Detailing, quick quality, convenient service here. He is the master detailer. Rob, give us that phone number again, man.
Area code 323-702-0177.
Hit us again.
323-702-0177.
Chris, I'm impressed, man. Well, I got this engineer here, and this guy is so technical here. I mean, he's got state of the art. You understand? I mean, his art is so Wow, I love that, man. You know what I
I'm
mean?
looking at him as a young brother too.
Yeah, they never had this when we were in school, man. You
No,
know what
they
I mean?
didn't. No.
Matter of fact, no system like this was designed. Period.
No, it wasn't. No,
So
it
listen,
wasn't.
Rob, man, I want to thank you for sharing in with us on R&J Mobile Detailing, and hopefully that God will bless it. We'll get a chance to get with you on the other show as well and give you some great information there as well, also, man.
It's been a real honor and a privilege being here with you, my brother.
Brother, you better send some shouts out to the neighborhood because I know there's some brothers out there going to be talking, man. You understand?
Yeah, I want to shout out to the neighborhood, the brothers Robert, O, and a couple other fine brothers that's over that way. It's been really it's really been good to me. Really been good to me.
Oh, man.
Along
listen.
with you.
Rob, thank you, man. I appreciate it. As we get back into much more of the best in gospel music right here at RMC Studios on Pico, here's a fine groove to make you want to move. Here's the late, great Ira Tucker. Some birds for you with Shirley Caesar, Howard Hewitt, and a whole bunch of great folks.
Let everything have breath. Praise the Lord.
And of course, RMC Studios right here with me, Presby.
I'm wondering
on the station that gives you great gospel music. Tune us in on the weekends on Saturday midnight on AM 1460 radio. Then Sunday mornings from 10 to 11:30 right on KTYM. Then Sunday afternoons 1 to 4 knocking on your door with the great gospel score. Much, much more. AM 1460 radio, all sponsored by Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles. For 39 years, I've been the voice of Roscoe's all 39 years. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. Roscoe's with now 6 locations to serve Los Angeles, that's right, YOU. Los Angeles, Manchester, Maine, Pico and La Brea, Lake and Orange Grove in Pasadena, 730 Broadway in Long Beach, with the Seabird Jazz Lounge, 1514 North Gower in Hollywood, and of course, Roscoe's LAX, that's right, and soon to be in Disneyland, Roscoe's number 7. Remember, for good, wholesome food, served in a pleasant atmosphere, the place to feed your face, Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles. Then you'll see why President Obama had to stop here on Pico Boulevard. Not only did he get some Roscoe's, he got some Pit Bull, that's right, Pit Bull energy drinks. Attitude in the can, the best thing you let in. You can understand why it's all from Roscoe's. I have in the studios of Presgram, lugubriously, but of course exciting. We have the daughter and we have the, I guess, grandson of brother, your little brother. We have Miss Gina Ree, and we have Minister Muhammad Arthur is here, my maid, man. And let me say good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all of you right here on Presgram this evening. Blessings to you. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
It is it's an honor to have all of you here, but it's a sad note to have you here because last Friday at this same time we announced to the world, we were the first ones to announce to the world that the passing of what I considered one of the greatest singers on the planet, and that is Womack himself, the late, great Mr. Bobby Womack. And, of course, I say to you, as we say to all of our people that's going through a lugubrious moment, earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal. And for the Lord says, for me to live is Christ, to die is gain. But to have this legend, this giant, Bobby Womack, to leave us so soon, it is certainly a lugubrious mention to us. I want to say to my friend, my sweetheart, Miss Sally Womack, and to the family, to you, we're praying for you as well also. But listen, you, Gina Ree, are you a singer?
Yes.
Really?
I've been singing background for my dad since I was 12.
Really?
And just in the past 12 months, I had the opportunity to open up for him with my own band in New York City and in London. And we had a multitude of shows planned for this upcoming summer.
Wow, how regretful. Let me say this to Minister Muhammad Arthur, whom I've known for years and years and years. And, brother, let me tell you, I want to commend you on an awesome job you did 4 months ago. We were in Beverly Hills to see Womack's last show. Man, you were on cue. You were everything. And my hat's off to you, brother.
Yes, sir. I'd just like to open up all meetings and things before I would always speak to thank God for allowing me to be part of this great organization of the world. And we thank God for allowing us to do this. So open up in the name of God. Yes, I've enjoyed everything that I did for you, Brother Prez, and work with Womack and work with Gina Ree and her brother. It's been a tedious, this is a tedious journey here.
Right, yeah, for us too.
Yes, it's very, he was my friend, so.
Well,
but he belonged to the world also.
Exactly.
So it's okay.
And I want to say to you publicly and radio-wise, thank you. A few months ago we had an interview. I think he was in London.
Yes, sir.
And you called in on the Sunday morning show on KTYM, and thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well,
now, Mrs. Gina Ree, calls have been coming in from all over the country relating to Womack services coming up. Are there any pendings, or are there any information we can share with the public, or you can share with the public?
Well, we are holding a private ceremony just for the intermediate family next week.
Okay.
And we are planning a big tribute for family, friends, and fans in the coming 2 weeks.
Okay.
We're looking at the week of July 18th.
July 18th, my daughter's birthday. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wonderful, wonderful celebration. Now, there have been all kind of rumors, internet rumors, because when I announced it last Friday, the same time, the eighth wonder of the world, Stephen Judkins Morris, you know him as Stevie Wonder, Stevie couldn't believe it. And at the same token, by the time I went off the air at 2 o'clock on last Friday, then the whole world was privileged from right here from Pico Boulevard to have the first announcement of the late great Robert D. I call him Bobby D. You understand? Cleveland, Ohio. Matter of fact, I'm from South Bend, and it's just a few hours away, Cleveland and South Bend. And for some unknown reason, Bob and I would always meet at Sunset and Laurel Canyon. For some reason, I don't know. We didn't plan it. Now we didn't plan this. Okay, he had a brown Mercedes that had Woe Magic on it. I had a candy apple red Mercedes, and it was just like he's going up, I'm going east on Sunset. You know, and this was like every day. And so finally we stopped at a deli called Greenblatt's. I said, "Are you planning to follow me, brother, or what?" You understand? And then the rest became history. So anyway, we shall be in prayer. Now, there's a lot of rumors going on that there's going to be a service this day and a service that day, and we just want the public to know from you exactly what's going to really go on, because the internet can be good, but then it can be detrimental as well also.
Since my father's passing, we've just been trying to gather the family and our thoughts on what to share with everyone, because not only did we lose a father, the whole world lost a friend, a father figure, and one of the greatest musicians of all time. So we didn't want to rush and give a statement until we knew for sure the plans to celebrate his life.
Okay.
So again, we are having a private service for the family, just the intermediate family, next week. And in the coming 2 weeks, we will have the tribute for fans, family, and friends to speak on my dad's life. Arthur will be there.
It'd be good to be part of it. Prayers would be
I'd
good.
love for you to be a part of it as well.
Definitely.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
And
We need him.
at this point, just to live his legacy and celebrate his music and share stories that I'm sure people have never heard from all of his friends that grew up before I was even born.
Really? Before you were born?
Yeah.
And you got to continue his legacy
Exactly, you sure do.
through his voice.
No ifs, ands, and buts about it,
Really?
because now were you at the Beverly Hills show?
Yes,
Huh?
I was.
Did you perform?
I did.
You were the little one that came out there then, huh?
I sing Change Is Gonna Come.
Right,
usually in my
right.
set. And I sing background with my two partners, Lisa and Altrina Grayson.
Yeah, and Altrina happens to be, I think she's the daughter of Johnny Grayson. I know she's related to Johnny Grayson, who's one of the famed quartet singers here in Los Angeles, who's now moved on to bigger heights in the Tennessee area. Johnny was just here not long ago. And, of course, we want to make sure that our prayers go out to you and your family. But let me just get a piece of a historical gentleman that's right now that's wearing Nikes and that should be wearing Jordans, and that is your brother Jordan. Jordan, how are you, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Any day above ground is a great day. Are you a singer?
I do a little bit of sing. I'm a pretty good singer, but I do rap too, actually.
Really?
I write poetry.
Really?
Yeah, and then I do a little bit of speech.
Did you bring some today?
I don't know, I guess.
Huh?
So yes.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
if you brought some, Jordan,
Yes.
I need to know, man.
Yeah.
Because you know what we can do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to get into some music right now. We're going to come back to you all because Bob honestly did his own eulogy. And by that I mean in music. I've been in music since 1964, and I think I've heard every artist on the planet. This is one piece that I must say to you all right now, that Bob did his own eulogy before any of us ever knew what was going on. The late, great Ira Tucker of the Dixie Hummingbirds, the House of Blues put together a 70-year project and included your dad, Bobby Womack, and the song that they sing, you got to listen very carefully because Bob is really putting together his own eulogy that speaks for him, and it's called Everything Is Going to Be All Right. And listen to these words as we do it for you right here on Presgram.
Oh, just a few days ago, the thoughts came over me like a picture on the wall. I could plainly see. I saw the flashes of my past.
The late great Bobby Womack. We call him Womagic, and Paul Owens of the Dixie Hummingbirds right here on RMC Studios, brought to you by Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles for all 39 years. And, of course, when you think of the Dixie Hummingbirds, Ira Tucker, one of the legends of all times when it comes to gospel music. And the House of Blues was kind enough to bring all of their friends, Bobby Womack, Stevie Wonder, Mavis Staples, and so many others, called 70 Years of Birds. And we introduced it. I want to thank Miss Sally Womack so much for being instrumental in putting this together for me, because it was just sensational for Desiree and for Tony and Nay and for the entire family. We have much love for you on the station RMC. Jordan has some information for us. Are you ready, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Jordan said he's ready. We're going to listen to Jordan right now. Talk to
All
me.
right, so this might be kind of crazy. I'm Bobby Womack's son, and I was just wanting to say that Dad wouldn't want us to be down here. He'd want us to be up here. He'd want us to be, because he always wanted to do stuff. He had that spiritual energy, and I can't say that when he died, I actually wasn't that emotional, because I actually was happy because I knew that he was ready to go, and he'll never die. He's in us. He's in my siblings and I. So I'm just glad to be here right now, and I want everybody to know that Dad will always be with us, and he'll never die. He'll never die. And I didn't learn how to live. I watched him live.
Wow.
I watched him live.
How old are you, Jordan?
14.
You know what? You've just won my heart to even have that kind of inspiration, to have those kind of words, brother. I mean,
Sir.
Real.
Are you feeling me?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Shout out
just
to Tony, his percussionist. He's
Wow.
his drummer. My mom, my siblings. I love everybody. My whole fam. It's all love and music,
Can I be a fan of yours?
Yeah.
You think so?
I'm a fan of yours.
You're kidding, huh? I want to be a fan of yours then, huh?
Yeah.
So, Gina Reed, as we look into the groove of life here, now, Womagic, as we know, since the 60s, musician, great artist. Are you going to take this on now and go forward? Really, you have no choice, really, to tell you the truth.
I'm lucky at this point to have had a mentor to show me the good and the bad, the in and the outs of traveling the world, dealing with people, and learning how to deliver a message through sounds and song. And I am blessed to have a record that I started with my dad before, his health decline, called Chasing Trains,
Really?
which kind of covers, I think, for everyone across the world, a father-daughter relationship and continuing a legacy before I even knew that all of this was going to happen. Now, to say I want to fill my dad's shoes, that's a big pair of shoes to fill. However, I am prepared to share my music with the world and continue to live in my dad's honor and to keep the name alive.
Whatever we can do, Presgram-wise, Roscoe's-wise, we would be at your beckoning call, because years ago when I started in radio, it wasn't like it is now. So now we have the World Wide Web with everybody, with these F-mails and now these, what do they call, emails and jitters, all this.
Jitters.
What was it called? Twitter. Oh, Twitter. Okay. See, they didn't have that when Arthur and I, when we started, it wasn't anything like that.
Still not using it.
I'm not either. But now, whatever we can do to help you or to aid you, because you certainly have the plateau, being the daughter of Womagic. And, the world is going to expect great things from you.
Exactly.
There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that.
And they can.
Really?
Every sibling.
Of course.
Because I was impressed with you the night Lorenzo Rayborn, we went there to Beverly Hills, and to come along and come on stage. And Arthur, again, man, I got to just say my hat's off to you. But you came out just like you knew what you were doing, and I was impressed. And I said, maybe one day. And that one day has now come under lugubrious means, but howbeit ever, I am here for you, KTYM Radio. Our Sunday broadcast will be there for you as well, as long as we're there. And of course, as I said, RMC, and then having Minister Muhammad Arthur Fuller. You know, you can't go wrong, because if anybody can find me, Arthur and Sally Womack, they can find me. No ifs, ands, and buts about that, period. Yeah. But Bob had a song that I enjoyed so much. The Bravest Man project was so good. But Bob, if you listen to the words, it's almost like what Jordan had just said in Deep River. Yeah. Bob preached Deep River like nobody else's business. I want the world to hear it right here. Cheryl Winborn, for you, and Evangelist Evelyn Brown, blessings to you, and to Jennifer, blessings to you, and to everyone else. Here's the late, great Bobby Womack.
Deep River, Lord, my home is over Jordan. Deep River, I want to cross over into campground. You know I want to cross over into campground. My Lord, He calls me by the thunder. Trumpet sounds within my soul. You know I ain't got long to stay here. Oh, I ain't got that much longer to say. Deep River, Lord, my home is over Jordan. Deep River, Lord, I want to cross over into campground. You know I want to cross over into campground.
The late, great.
As the singer grows older, his conception goes a little deeper, because he lives life and he understands what he's trying to say a little more.
Womagic, Bobby Womack, the late great one right here. I'm on the air. For those of you that's calling me now, you should be here if you're going to come. I'm on the air, so I can't talk to you now. I have Miss Gina Reed that's here, and of course, Minister Muhammad Arthur Fuller and Mr. Jordan. So listen, you were sharing with us off of the air about Deep River.
Yes. Deep River was a very special song to my father, because it was something that they used to sing when they were younger, and he was determined to have some part of, doing the new album, The Bravest Man in the Universe, was a different approach for him. And he was determined to at least have one song on there that came from his heart, that was spiritual. And when he played it for everyone live in the studio, it was perfect, because everyone could relate to it. But for us, it was scary, because each song had a message and a story behind it.
Okay.
And it almost felt as if he was prepared. He was letting us know,
A story, like
I'm ready.
of events, like how.
So when he wanted to incorporate it into the new show, because, we've been on tour since the new album's been out, it was hard for everyone in the band and my mother, his manager, to accept that he wanted to share how he was feeling with the world. So every night, even, when we weren't on stage, he'd hum the song, and it was just something that lingered on and on for over a year now.
Yeah.
And Arthur can tell you
It was gloomy.
his own experience.
This is just, it was like, I felt just what she was saying, he was saying, I'm leaving. I'm going to leave here.
No kidding.
That's what it was. He already knew. We would sit and talk. We would sit and talk all the time. There's things he told me that no one even knows, He would tell me I'm going to be leaving soon, and
Story
I got to
events,
go.
like,
That's why I write these songs. I do. He said, they may have did it the way I want to do it, but this is what I'm doing, and He said, man, we done walked a long road together. I said, man, this is crazy, man. I said, what are you talking about? He said, yeah, but this is it. He didn't. Deep River would be the song he would sing every night before.
Maybe that's why I fell in love with that song.
Yeah.
Let me send shouts out to Robert Lawrence, Martin Lawrence's brother. Rob, thank you, man, to Miss Betty Mitchell down in Tennessee. I want to send shouts out to Miss Georgia Gilkey down in Arkansas, and to all of you listening around the world. We're talking with Minister Muhammad, Arthur Fuller, and Miss Gina Ree and Jordan, who are the children of the great World Magic. Except for Arthur. Arthur's not one of the... Because Arthur could be...
Godfather.
He's just as much of the family as anybody else.
Is that right?
He's been with them for a while. So.
Arthur drove my dad to the hospital when my mother was ready to give birth to me.
Oh, no
so
kidding.
He's been around way before I was even thought of.
So he's like a grandfather instead of a godfather.
Yeah.
Really?
Great grand godfather.
Oh, my God. I'm just loving this. Listen, I'm glad you're here because there's a song called Jubilee.
Yeah.
Now, how did this come about?
Well, Jubilee was another hymn that him and his brother... Well, actually, you know, my father grew up in the church.
Right.
And it was something that they used to do when, you know, church was ending. It lift
Right.
everyone's spirit.
Yeah.
And if you listen to The Bravest Man from beginning to end, it takes you through an emotional roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to Jubilee and Love is Gonna Lift You Up, it's just to praise and kind of keep the spirit alive of what we have and to be grateful and to move forward and to celebrate life and, you know, just the spirit. So Jubilee was another old school.
Ain't nobody gonna
Yeah. Ain't
me
no
down.
let nobody.
hold me down.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's a surefire tune to make you want to croon, be it morning, night, and noon. The late, great Bobby Womack. He leans into this thing called Jubilee.
Turn you around, don't you let nobody turn you around. Oh, keep on walking on the solid
I heard somebody say the other day that people always got a way of destructing or getting in the way of your vision. Sometimes you gotta move them aside. Make me think about a girlfriend of mine. She don't know it yet, but she said,
Don't you let nobody bring you down, bring you down, bring you down. Don't you let nobody bring you down. Just keep on walking on solid ground. Lord, 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 Lord. Ooh, my, 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 my. Don't you let nobody turn you around, turn you around, turn you around. Don't you let nobody turn you around. Just keep on, 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 keep
On the station, RMC, the late, great Bobby Womack leaning into this called Jubilee right here. Gina Ree is here and Jordan, Minister Arthur. As we wrap up this session here, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back in the 1:30 session here. We're going to do a live video around the world, of course. We got Mr. LaBelle is here, and it's going to be a great, great, great session. But for again, please share with us as we go and close out this broadcast here before we get into the next one, the services for your dad.
Yes. So, on a final note, we're looking at the week of the 18th to do a tribute for the fans and the friends and the family in Los Angeles, where the location will be disclosed in the coming weeks. And we are doing a private, immediate family service for my father next Thursday.
Okay, next Thursday. Okay, all right. Well, we've got it for you again. We say to you, As David said in the 23rd and 27th numbers of the Psalms, the Lord is. He'll be your shepherd. He'll be your light. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's up to you. If you keep looking up, God will always look down. And for both of you, I want to say that whatever Presgram can do for those just now turning in, we're speaking to the children of the late, great Womack, Bobby Womack, Gina Ree and Jordan, and Minister Arthur, one of my good friends from a long time. And Chris is my engineer. Miss Lily is our executive producer and publicist. I want to say to you that as we go through life and this holiday weekend, remember this. If you drink, don't drive. If you drive, leave the jug alone or stay at home. From all of us here, a safety reminder from Roscoe's and Presgram Radio. Join me Saturday night, of course, on KTYM AM 1460 Radio. We'll have much more of the Bobby Womack tribute. And, of course, Sunday mornings from 10 to 11:30. Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4. Knocking on your door with a great gospel score and much, much more. We leave you with a great, great worldwide piece of one of Bobby Womack's great good friends, and that is none other than the pastor of the Mount Pilgrim Baptist Church, Bishop R.D. Sanders, from his latest endeavor. Super nice, right here on the station, KTYM and RMC.
In life that we're not sure of, a lot of people we're not sure of, but there's one thing I'm sure of tonight, and that is I got